in Hawaii. Lead pastors at New Hope Maui Church, Dwayne and Janet Betsil, are joining us live from there. Thank you both so much for joining. I know it's after 1 o'clock in the morning there, so we appreciate your time. We have seen the death toll officially surpass 100 people, 106 at our last count this morning. Many people are still missing. Just your response and how you, your church, and your congregation are holding up this morning.
Well, we're all very tired, and I think the first 3 days there's just a lot of shock and everyone rallying together to get supplies, basic needs to those who have been displaced. And then Saturday, I'd say the emotions couldn't be held back anymore. And so we're moving into phase 2 now. People have been in shelters, and now we're actually getting to move people into long-term housing that we're finding furniture for them, household needs for them, moving over to the west side to help just give out food over there. Up country today, we had teams. We don't hear too much about Kula. All the attention seems to be on up country. And in Kula today, teams were up there moving green debris. There's hot ash still underneath the debris in the gulch, and there's concern with Tropical Storm Greg heading our way.
Well, I can't tell you enough how much you've been in everybody's thoughts and prayers, and to see some of these neighborhoods left behind, it's just the skeletons of the homes. I can't imagine what you're dealing with. Janet, I know you just listed off some resources, shelter, food, water, things that people need physically. But Dwayne, what about emotional support? How are faith leaders helping wildfire victims through the psychological impacts of this tragedy?
Yes, we are helping with the spiritual and the emotional needs of the people, and it's very extent with the trauma. Trauma is very difficult. We're trying to do that. Today we were over in Lahaina, and that's exactly what we're doing, meeting with people and helping encouraging them. And some of our people from our church were providing, actually cooking fresh pizza and cinnamon rolls and handing them out. It really lifts a morale. We talked with the police this just about an hour, 2 hours ago. We were talking to the police, and they were telling us about that over 25% now of the homes have been seen through, and they're continuing on a faster pace because they got like 90 FEMA workers right now, and they have dogs that are going in and finding. But what they told us was very, very interesting, because they said tomorrow they'll start giving out notices of the people to the loved ones about who is no longer with us. So it's going to be another time that we'll be looking to try to help lift them up in a time of trouble.
Yeah, I know that's going to be a dark day for so many families who are still in the waiting period to hear about loved ones and children in some cases. The other question, I haven't gotten into any other Hawaii guests yet. I wanted to ask you and pick your brain on this. I was talking to a friend the other day who she and her soon-to-be husband are they're supposed to go honeymoon in Hawaii in just a couple of weeks in Maui. She's visiting the south side of the island that seems to be doing okay. And she doesn't know if going there to vacation right now is a slap in the face to locals. What do you say to people who have had plans to come and now don't know what to do? Do they stay home? Do you still need, tourism there? What do you tell folks who don't know what to do?
Maybe for the next week or two, as things are still pretty intense right now. But our daughter here is a wedding photographer, and she has people who their weddings are in South Maui in October and they're canceling, and we can't afford to have our local businesses impacted like they were during COVID. So we would say for the areas of the island that are still functioning normally, that the businesses need people to come to the South Shores, and but being sensitive of the timing of the right timing for that.
Yeah. But at this time, the government is asking them not to come, and a lot of the people that are coming over to help. We have 14 first time, they're the ones that get there right away. And what's happening is they said that there's only 30 people on the airplane. So there's very few people coming. It will impact our economy at some point.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast on my drive to work this morning, and a Hawaiian there said there are two Mauis right now. There's the Maui that we're grieving and that we're living in. And then there's the Maui that people are still vacationing in. And we're certainly still thinking of that part of Maui that's been devastated. Dwayne and Janet Betsil, thank you for your time this morning. We're thinking of you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.